Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Before I start with the question answer session, just want to repeat four or five things. Firstly, you got to get your feeding time. You have to be very sure and be conscious about that feeding time. The aim is to get it to 12 hours. The next is fermented food. We have found we have already last I think 2 Sundays before that I had covered regarding the gut bacteria. Gut bacteria has got a direct bearing on your overall health, and hence fermented food is a necessity. Besides this, the dates from 6th to 10th. 6th is the Ekadashi. Then 12th is, sorry, 7th is the Dwadashi, that is the 12th. And 8th is the Mahashivratri. As you are aware, every month there are two Shivratris, that is every 13th day in the lunar cycle. But in the month of Fagun, the 13th, that is Triyodashi, the first Shivratri of the month, on the 13th day in the lunar calendar, is known as Mahashivratri. We have been listening about more about Mahashivratri and other things. In the past, if you are into spiritual, you will realize that is the day dedicated for the spirituality. Then comes the 10th of March. 10th of March, as you know, is the Amavasya. So 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. These days are the best, one of the best days in the whole year where fasting has a profound effect on our health. So you can select these dates accordingly. I have actually made three groups. That is, people who are on 3 meals, then who are on 2 meals, and who are on 1 meal. And progressively in the each group, I shall be uh, progressing people, helping people, or sharing experience to move on. Now I'm open to. Before that, I think I should cover those 16 points regarding reasons for not fasting. So in that initial reasons I had written, I am working woman and man. I have 10 to 5 job. I need okay job. So if you're working, the main thing that you require whenever you're working is energy levels. Now imagine if your body has got toxins, your body is using the complete energy in removing those toxins. There is a body which is with toxins. There is a body without toxins. So naturally, a body without toxins will be of high energy. So even if you have a job, you can try it on a Sunday. You can try it on a day where you can rest. Try it out and experience the energy levels. I think then you will be able to do fasting much better. The fasting actually, the problem is we have set our body with the meal timings. We are not listening to the body and not eating only when we are hungry. So that is the main issue. So that energy will be high even if you fast. Now the other point was I have a husband oblique wife who is also working. I'm telling you, the moment you start fasting or you shift to millets only diet, your cooking time will decrease. The shopping list will decrease. Naturally, you will be eating millets. Now, once you have a millet full stomach, the you get satiation feeling for minimum 6 to 8 hours. You will not feel hungry. So to say that if you are working, there will be a difference. That's why you can't fast. Is actually of no reason. I have two kids. Their growing up needs more food. Absolutely. Now, what do you want? You want to grow up your children with pizza, burger, or you want to make them grow naturally with the natural food? I leave it to you. If you think you love them, I think if you love them, then make a habit in them to eat fruits rather than at the drop of the head you stop in a driveway of a cafe or KFC or McDonald. Rather than that, you stop at a good supermarket or a market where you have plenty of fruits. And I'm telling you, if you have 3 or 4 year old son or a daughter, or elder to them also, they will automatically guide you to the fruit which the body wants. There's a natural mechanism in our body which we have actually given away by our wrong habits. So if you have children, it is better that you pack them idlis made out of millets rather than giving them rice which is full of arsenic. Get any rice, whatever organic, wherever it is being produced in India, will always have traces of arsenic. Wheat, which I have already dealt in detail, that carbohydrates, the main problem with the carbohydrates is that you are feeding too much, and especially C2 photosynthesis or C3 photosynthesis, which are rice and wheat. The next is I have only weekends to plan. Very good. If you have weekends to plan, and if you have made your health your priority, I think you will plan it well. The problem is our sense of weekend. A weekend is a play is actually a resting time for you to make up for the energy to start again on Monday. Now you want to spend your energy or conserve your energy. I leave it to you. Yes, I don't say that you don't go out. You go out. Going out to places, choose places. Go to place where millets are available. Kusum ma'am, can you mute your mobile or the Zoom? I think your there's a voice coming from there. Go to a natural places where you will get more bacteria, more healthy bacteria. Visit places like farmhouse, visit parks, visit natural life, visit lakes, visit mountainside, visit plains where there's plenty of animal wildlife. What happens in such places is you will automatically, your body will attract good bacteria. So plan your weekends accordingly. The next point is I have to socialize, which are office and relation imperatives. Yes, whatever be the imperative. Now you decide whether your health is priority or those imperatives are a priority to you. If you reach a place where you say you don't want to have tea and would like to have a cup of water or a soup, I think it will be only the first time that you will ask for a better food. So you'll have to start somewhere. You'll have to lay down these priorities, that whether you want to dump in food which will produce more toxin in your body, or you don't want to eat, or you want to eat a food which will help eliminate the toxins. I leave it to you to decide. I am earning and I have the right to enjoy. Yeah, this feeling is there, and it comes primarily at the age around early 20s when we get a job, or late 20s when we are into a job in next 2 3 in a job for 2 3 years. What is the point of earning money if you become sick and you are unable to enjoy that money? Think it over. I feel weak after fasting. This is a misnomer. This is a myth. If you have fasted, you feel energetic. You feel energetic. Like people say, I can't go to work without breakfast. That breakfast to be digested, absorb in your body, and to provide you energy, it takes minimum 24 to 48 hours. So the breakfast today morning that you've eaten will give you energy after 2 days or one day. It has got nothing to do with today. The enough of glycogen in the liver, which has already been stored by your body when you went off to sleep. Each muscle has got its own reserve of fuel to function. You start gradually. Delay your first bite by 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Gradually, you will realize the more you fast, the more your stomach rests, the more energy you will have. So, this fasting makes you weak is a myth actually. I can't control hunger. Now, this hunger, if it is a craving, as you know, is coming from your bad bacteria. So, ideally, drink a glass of water unless until it is very like you say, no, now I have to eat something. It has to be a different feeling altogether from the hunger pangs or the cravings. Drinking a glass of water will actually subside the craving which has been developed by bad gut bacteria. I don't eat from outside anything. Eat only homemade food. Very good. If you eat only homemade food, you don't eat outside. If you go outside, have only fruits. The two basic fruits I'm telling you, banana and orange. You, you have to peel them. You don't even have to cut them. You just peel them. And people have a myth that banana will make me overweight, or banana probably will make me I'll have constipation, or banana doesn't suit me, or this is the cheapest fruit. I don't go for cheap fruit. Again, this is again a problem actually for some people because you want to expend money. Okay, go in a bigger store, find the costliest apples, costliest bananas, have them. Orange. Orange now are available throughout the year. Just whenever going outside, pick up just 10 rupees, you'll get 3 bananas. And 2 oranges you'll get for again 10 or 15 rupees. 25 rupees only. And we don't even blink our eye to give 20 rupees for that chai wala. The moment we feel that the feeling of refreshness comes because you're feeding the bad gut bacteria. That bad gut bacteria gets the milk, gets your sugar, and sends the dopamine in your brain, leaving the good bacteria in your large intestine hungry, which starts feeding on your inner line of your large intestine. So think over it. Want to gain muscle and weight? Let me tell you, a 7-year-old or a 70-year-old have the same capability and capacity to develop muscles. And simplest of all is, unless until you exercise, you tell your bones, I have to pick up 50 kgs. Start picking up. You may probably pick it up once, a filled bucket. Let's say you don't have to go to gym. You just have home. Go to your bathroom before bathing, fill a bucket, try and lifting it up. Every day. First day, you probably will be able to lift it about an inch, 2 inch. Gradually start lifting it up. Probably you will be able to lift it a foot. Have a bath, go away. Next day, before bath, make sure that you lift it much higher, or at least what you lifted it yesterday. You reach a point. Kusum ma'am, can you please mute the mic?
Sorry.
Gradually you will reach a point where you will be able to pick this bucket a feet above the ground about 10 times. Increase it to 50. Now what is the signal that you're giving to your arm muscles, to the forearm and the upper arm, that you have to lift 50 kgs or 25 kgs, whatever the weight of the bucket is. Gradually your body will start building muscles, start storing glucose in the muscles, and in a matter of month You will pick up. You will gain muscles. The muscles are the your weight. Now you don't want to move from your couch, have a sedentary lifestyle. You are sending a simple message that your bones don't need those extra muscles. And what does the brain do? Starts eating your bones and start eating your muscles. So if you have to build muscles, this is a constant question which is there in the group also. If you have to build muscles, if you have to make your bones stronger, you have to exercise. You have to tell those bones that you have to pick up 25 kg, 30 kg, 35 kg gradually. Let go to 50. And I'm not telling you to join some gym or something. Start with just picking up a bucket in your own bathroom before you take your bath. I have hyper acidity and migraine issues whenever I stay hungry. Fantastic. Why is this hyper acidity? This hyper acidity is caused by the bad gut bacteria. And your feeding time naturally is beyond 12 hours. Now, what happens when you don't eat in the morning? Once you don't eat, the lining which has been there of the stomach and your intestine is repairing. It requires water. It doesn't require food. You put food in your stomach, you already acid environment because of the accumulation of bad gut bacteria. The lining has been ruptured. You drink water. With your drinking of water, the repair will be much faster. Now, what happens with the acidity? The moment you go to a doctor, he'll give you antacid. What does the antacid do? Antacid is jeopardizing your stomach lining. Whatever harm has been done is done. It is harming you more. So the best is, if you have got gastric issue, delay your first bite. Delay it till 12 noon. Keep drinking water. Keep drinking lemon infused water. Keep drinking lemon water if you wish to. Try it. Try it once. You have tried everything for the gastric problem. At least try once. Let's say you don't eat, and I'm telling you, the day you don't eat till 12 o'clock, the relief that you will get, you will forget eating because you will get the taste of not eating. The moment you don't eat, your gastric problem is gone. You should try it. And that is what is water fasting, that you are drinking only water. हिम्मत नहीं होती फास्ट करने की. हिम्मत तो तब होगी ना जब आप करोगे उसको. बिना किसी काम को ट्राई किए हुए हिम्मत ही नहीं है अगर आपके पास, तो देन इट इज नॉट द बॉडीज प्रॉब्लम. अगर आप 10 सीढ़ी नहीं चढ़ पाते हो तो 5 चढ़ो. 50 नहीं चढ़ पाते हो तो कम से कम 25 चढ़ो. You would be telling your legs that I am determined that in next 3 months I have to climb 100 stairs. Now what will the body do? Body will start depositing your calcium on the bones, make them stronger, build up muscles to hold this much stronger bones. Similarly, fast. Our body is a very fine tuned computer. अरे कम से कम 12 घंटे का गैप तो दो. फीडिंग टाइम इज बियॉन्ड 12 hours. That means you are overtaxing the body. And I can tell you with guarantee, eat anything, anytime. Get your feeding time to 12 hours. Within 3 months, you will achieve good results. When I say eat anything, I don't mean don't eat sugar, MRP, which I have already said. Don't take processed food and eat whatever is healthy, millets, fruits, dry fruits, green vegetables. and follow just 12 hours feeding time. Do it for 3 months. You will start loving fasting. I feel more hungry on fast days because you're focusing on the hunger part. You're listening to the bad gut bacteria. You haven't in the if you don't eat for, let's say, 24 hours, 12 hours sleeping and 12 hours in the day, you keep drinking water. In that 24 hours, you have killed more than 50% of your bad gut bacteria. Okay, let's say you don't want to do that. Do at least 5 hours, 4 hours. That is 12 hours of night sleeping time and that non-feeding time, non-eating time, and 4 hours of fasting where you don't have anything, don't eat anything. One day when you have a 12 hours feeding time, reduce it to 8 hours. In the leftover 4 hours, keep drinking water, experience it, and then go ahead. Stress, anxiety, when depending on others for work, make me eat more without even hungry. This is not a question. This is an answer that you have given me. You're eating without when you are hungry. So when you're eating without being hungry, you're feeding the bad gut bacteria. When you're feeding the bad gut bacteria, as I explained about, I think 2 days ago, hydrogen gas is produced. Now, if it happens in the large intestine, it escapes from the rear, from the anus. But if it is there in the small intestine where bad gut bacteria is, this hydrogen escapes to your stomach, spleen, pancreas, liver, uh, your thoracic region, your lungs, and gets an access to your brain. If it reaches at the brain, uh, the the problem caused are dementia, Parkinson's disease, anxiety, and in extreme cases, either a cancer will develop or a person will die. Though it will not happen in a fraction of a second, the way I've told you, it will take at least 25 years of your bad lifestyle. So the first thing first, I repeat again those three things which I said in the beginning: reduce your feeding time to 12 hours, increase the fermented food daily, and exercise. If you don't exercise, you are giving a signal that you don't want strong bones. I think I finished all those reasons for not fasting, and there is something else also, I think. Yeah, I've answered. I will take on questions now, if any. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, you got to unmute the mic before speaking. Ma'am, unmute your mic. Ashu ma'am.
I have not raised. I'm not asking your questions.
Okay, okay. I thought you were asking questions.
Sorry,
Sorry.
sir.
No issue, ma'am. Ma'am, you will have to unmute your mic. Niru ma'am.
Sir, I have a question. In case somebody is on fruit the whole day or is on a water fast the whole day, and then when one eats, what happens to the sugar spikes, which you speak that every time when somebody eats, there's a sugar spike in the body. So, like for one day, the person has not eaten at all, is completely on a water fast. And then the next day, when somebody eats, say 2 meals or something, then doesn't it become too much for the body to handle?
Ma'am, I'll make the keep the thing simple, because the more we go and complicate the whole understanding, what happens is I can actually speak for half an hour only on the sequence of eating actually. But let's simplify it. Eat anything. Reduce the feeding time to 12 hours firstly.
Yeah, that's done.
Okay. Now what happens is we are not eating refined sugar, wheat, rice, processed food, milk and milk products, refined oil. You with me, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. If you are off all this processed food, refined, all sides of refined milk and everything which I've just mentioned, eat anything, anytime. Just remember, eat only once you are hungry. Keep the water principle in mind. Whenever you have a meal, drink water only 40 minutes before meal and 2 hours after meal. No drinking between the meal, during the meal, or after the meal. You have to consume 2.5 liters a day. If you have read my update, I have said your kidney expels 1.5 liter of water. Your skin, yeah, kidney is 1.5, skin is 500 ml, lungs is 300 ml, and intestine or something is 200 ml. So this total body requirement of any weight is 2.5 liters daily. For any enzyme to function, or that the blood is flowing, it has got thickened, the intestine will release some water, that water will be there. So total requirement is 2.5. Now 2.5, I have even put on an update wherein I have broken them down into a glass of 200 ml. So drinking water is a must. Now you have given 12 hours rest to your body to digest and clean the whole thing. You're eating only for 12 hours. You have to give water. The second most important thing is fermented food, not for your body, but for those 100 trillion microbes that are there in our alimentary canal from mouth till anus. The 100 trillion of them, and their variety is 1200 to 2000 types of variety. You got to feed them. If you don't feed them, they feed on you. Now, once the body has, you have given body the complete environment, you have had good food, you've had your water, you are exercising also, but the body requires sunlight for important nutrients for this action to take place in the body. So the sunlight is a mandatory thing. Vitamin D will only come from sunlight. No amount of supplement can help you. What the supplement does is it accelerates the vitamin D absorption in the body. It doesn't make vitamin D. It just accelerates. If you are in a place where there is no sunlight, the vitamin, let's say for an example, if there is enough sunlight and vitamin D production is 100. If it is not enough sunlight, like in some countries there is less sunlight, what the supplement will do is that because of less sunlight, the body was able to make just, let's say, 30. This supplement will accelerate the absorption and conversion of vitamin D in the body and nothing else. So sunlight is mandatory for the important enzymes which are required in the body. Now, the next step is body has produced energy. It has to use it. Now, it uses the energy for everything. Now, I'm speaking, my body requires energy. I'm seeing, my body requires energy. I get up, move around, my legs require energy. I do some writing, I do some lifting job. I'm eating, I'm using my hands, my hand require energy. So whatever food that we eat, carbohydrate, they are stored at two places. One is at liver and the other one is in the muscles. The difference between two is the glucose or the energy stored in muscles will only be used by the muscles. But the energy stored in the liver is available for the rest of the body, for the complete body. Now you get up in the morning, this whole filling up of the energy in liver and the muscles is done in the night during the non-feeding hours. So if you don't give 12 hours to your body for this mechanism, automatically your energy level goes down, firstly. Now you got up early in the morning, you had your water, you go for a walk or a run. You don't require food because your muscles have already got that energy in the night. Once you start running, there reaches a level in the muscles where the signal is sent to the brain that my energy in this particular, my legs or hand is going down. The brain immediately gives signal to the liver to build up the energy in all the muscles. Now, this doesn't happen in the snap of a second or snap of a finger. It is happening continuously. Your energy levels in one particular hand, because you were weightlifting, it has gone down. Immediately, the moment you shift the dumbbell into the other hand, supposing you are in a gym, you are exercising with one hand, the energy level in this hand has gone down. The moment you shifted the dumbbell into the other hand, this hand energy has been filled again from your liver. So whatever walk or run or anything you do, the one moment you come back, and if you've been doing it regularly, your energy level is taken care of. Now all this thing is happening because we gave body 12 hours. We had our feeding time 12 hours. We had sunlight. We drank adequate water. We fed our gut bacteria by taking fermented food daily. Our gut bacteria microbe environment is very healthy and balanced. No issue. There will be absolutely no problem. I can actually give you more examples of bad things, but I don't want them, so otherwise you will get focused on them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I'll just ask one question here actually. I normally do a Ekadashi fast, twice a month. And I keep a fruit fast on that day. But I've observed that sometimes when I just go on a water fast, that my heart palpitations go a little higher. And as soon as I rest, it settles down. But in that case, sometimes I wonder if doing a complete water fast is beneficial, or is it something which is suitable only to certain type of people actually. So normally I keep just a fruit fast. Whenever I fast, it's a fruit fast, and with the fasting window of around 14 hours on that particular day. So can you advise, sir, if there is a heart palpitation, how to take care of it at that point?
Okay, before I answer about that particular thing, let me tell you one thing. The recent studies have found that if you do a 24-hour water fast, the arteries in the heart get cleaned.
Okay.
Okay, this is the study, leave it. Before your question, the last answer which I said was a basic thing: 12 hours feeding time and other things. You got to get your normal feeding time to 12.
Okay.
First.
Got it.
You see, you got to get a machinery functioning efficiently first.
Okay.
Once you come at 12, let's say that was the starting point.
Yeah.
Now, if someone has got a chronic disease, for a chronic disease, we will have to do a reset like we do in our mobile. When it is not behaving, when it is not working on its own, the first thing that our kids tell us is ki, Papa, ye phone ko reset karo. We have to do a body reset. And to do a body reset, a minimum 72 hours of water fast is required. That is the other extreme. When I said this is a minimum 12 hours feeding window, you start from here. You got a chronic issue. Okay. So in a 12-hour window, I said eat anything. Gradually put them in 5 different meals. You have 3 meals, grains or whatever, and 2 snacks. So let's say you start with anything. You start with, okay, have fruits. Or let's say you want to start with upma or grain. You feel, or two pranthas. Have your breakfast of 2 pranthas. Next meal, don't have it before 6 hours. Let's say
Okay.
the first meal you had at 6. This prantha, or okay, let's be more practical. You had this prantha at, let's say you got up at around 9, 9:30 or early. You had your first prantha at 10 o'clock. So the next meal has to be after 6 hours. That is 4 o'clock. Now you will start feeling hungry because body is getting used to it. So in between, put in a snack time. Similarly, after lunch, which you had at 4 o'clock, your dinner will go at 10 o'clock. In between, put another snacks. So now we come down to 3 grain meals without sugar and all those things. I will repeat it again, because when I say eat anything, people should not eat sugar, wheat, rice, milk and milk product, refined oil, refined dal, processed food, biscuit packet, namkeen packet, everything.
Correct.
Without you avoid all this, eat anything in your 3 meals and have 2 snacks. Gradually, when you follow this for 3 months, your hunger will go down. You will immediately shift from 2 paranthas to 1 parantha, 2 ball of rice to 1 ball of rice, and you will find your body is not eating as much as you started with 12-hour window, 3 meals and 2 snacks. The
Yeah.
day you are confident, let's say you are confident that it is going down, you experience it in 6 months. Skip a meal. Skip the first meal, keep 2 snacks and 2 meals.
Yeah. So currently,
Reduce.
sir, I just take one cooked meal in the lunch, and dinner is only vegetable.
Ma'am, give me 2 minutes, because
Yes,
this
sir.
doubt will
Sorry.
be everyone.
Yes, sorry, sir. Sorry.
So now what you have done is you have reduced the meals to 2 meals and 2 snacks. Gradually, you will start, because you were in the habit of eating grains as a first meal. You probably will now shift those 2 paranthas 2 hours late. From 12 hours, you probably will progress to 10 hours with 2 meals and 1 snacks. Gradually, another 2-3 months in the same regime routine, you will then stop or cut out either a fruits snacks or cut out 1 meal, and you will then progress to 8 hours of feeding time. Once you reach 8 hours of feeding time, let's say this whole process of reaching 1 snack, 1 meal has taken 1 year. By then, you have already recovered 50%. Once you forgo the fruits also and come to, let's say, one meal a day, no snack, only drinking water, you are actually doing 24 hours of water fasting. Let's say you have a dinner at, let's say, 10 o'clock in the night. Now, what you're doing is you will have the next meal, next bite at the 10 o'clock next day. The whole day you are drinking water.
Yeah.
Night you are sleeping. So 10 o'clock in today night, and again a meal next day at 10 o'clock, you are actually fasting, water fasting for 24 hours.
Right.
Once you get used to this, one fine day, you skip your dinner and convert it into breakfast early morning next day. So your 24 will increase to 36. Do it once, shift to normal in a week. Like do this 36 hours once in a week. Gradually, you'll find that any health issue, whether it was gastric or whether it was to do with the lungs, asthmatic, or whether it was to do even with your right side, you will find improvement in them. And gradually, you will reach a stage where you will do a 72-hour water fasting and you will be intoxicated so much that you will be doing it with a gap of even one day. I'm telling you, it is so intoxicating. Now your question and meals.
Oh, everything is answered, sir.
The next question.
जी प्रमोद जी, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ।
हाँ
हाँ जी, प्रमोद जी, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि आपने बीएमआई का बताया था कि 19 से बिलो है अगर बीएमआई तो फास्टिंग नहीं करनी है। वो तो मैं वैसे भी नहीं करती हूँ। पर जैसे मेरा बीएमआई काफी कम है तो ये जो रिड्यूस फीडिंग टाइम जो है, तो मैं उसको अभी 10 आवर्स पे से फिर 8 आवर्स तक लेकर आऊंगी। ये तो मैं कर सकती हूँ ना, इसमें तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना मेरे लिए?
नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आपको फीडिंग टाइम कम करने की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपको आपको वेट गेन करना है।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
और आपको भूख भी नहीं लग रही है।
नहीं, भूख तो लगती है।
तो भूख लगती है अगर, तो देन यू शुड स्टार्ट ईटिंग ना। अगर बॉडी की रिक्वायरमेंट ही 50 एनर्जी की है, तो आपको या तो एनर्जी बढ़ानी चाहिए, तभी आप ज्यादा खाओगे। अभी आपकी एनर्जी जितनी बॉडी की रिक्वायरमेंट मान लो 50 है, आप अगर 50 ही खा रहे हो तो वेट तो बढ़ेगा नहीं। ये एनर्जी मैं कैलोरीज में नहीं बात कर रहा हूं, मैं एक प्योर एनर्जी की बात कर रहा हूं, जो एक खाना लास्ट में चेंज होके आपको एनर्जी के तौर पे मिलता है। मान लो वो 50 यूनिट आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो, भागने में, दौड़ने में, बोलने में, लिखने में, बात करने में, घर का नॉर्मल काम करने में, आप 50 यूनिट ही चाहिए होती हैं आपको, और आप 50 यूनिट खा रहे हो।
हाँ।
का मतलब है आप एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हो, या आप कहीं जा नहीं रहे हो, कहीं कहीं मतलब बेसिक नॉर्मल एक्सरसाइज करिए। एक्सरसाइज करेंगे तो मसल मास बढ़ेगा, मसल मास बढ़ेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ेगी, एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ेगी, आपकी भूख बढ़ेगी, आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म उसी हिसाब से फिट होएगा। अभी चूंकि ये आपका जो रूटीन था, ये करीब तकरीबन 5 से 6 साल हो चुके हैं इस रूटीन को। आप बड़े खुश हैं कि आपको वेट नहीं बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन बॉडी को एक गंदी आदत लग गई है। उसको मालूम है कि आपकी बॉडी कोई काम नहीं कर रही है, उसने आपकी भूख कम कर दी है, आपका मसल से एनर्जी ले लेके आपको दे रहा है। वो आपके जो लीवर है उसको जरूरत ही नहीं है स्टोर करने की, आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा है। आपको कोई बीमारी नहीं है, सिंपल सी बीमारी है कि आप एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं। आप
मैं वॉक
एक्सरसाइज
करती हूँ, 30 मिनट्स का वॉक करती हूँ मैं, और मैं वर्किंग वुमन हूँ, मैं जॉब भी करती हूँ।
तो देखिए, यू हैव, आप अपने अपनी जो लाइफस्टाइल है उसको एक एक ऐसे पेडेस्टल पे कर दिया है जहां पर ये आपका जो भी यूनिट, जितनी भी यूनिट एनर्जी बन रही है और जितनी आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो, वो बराबर हो चुका है।
हाँ
वो
जी, हाँ
इतना
जी, तो हो सकता है, ये है।
वो इतना इतना बराबर हो चुका है कि कम खाने से भी आपका काम भी चल रहा है, बॉडी भी चल रही है, और साथ ही साथ आपका जो स्टोर्ड फैट वगैरह है जो बॉडी ने हो सकता है उससे पहले कभी स्टोर किया हो, वो भी कम करे जा रहा है।
हाँ जी,
तो
क्योंकि मेरा वेट पहले 42 था, 43 था सॉरी, अभी 40 हुआ है।
मैं वही
तो
बताना चाह मैं वही बताना चाह रहा हूँ, आपको अपना जो है एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ानी पड़ेगी। एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ाना सिंपल, मतलब आपको जो आपका प्रेजेंट रूटीन है इससे हटके कुछ काम करना पड़ेगा।
तो जैसे मैं फ्रूट्स वगैरह भी नहीं खाती, तो हो सकता है उसका भी कुछ इम्पैक्ट रहा हो। फ्रूट्स भी नहीं खाती हूँ ना मैं।
आपका फीडिंग टाइम कितना है?
मैं अपना लास्ट जो है बाइट वो 8 o'clock तक लेती हूँ।
और सुबह?
सुबह 8 o'clock चाय पीती हूँ सबसे पहले।
आप सबसे पहले तो 12 घंटे से कम फीडिंग टाइम करिए मत। तीन तीन मील्स खाइए और आपकी डाइट को बैलेंस करिए। बैलेंस का मतलब है कि कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन और फैट्स, इन सबकी जो मात्रा है, जो जो मैंने एक पूरा वेट के हिसाब से लिख के पूरा एक अपडेट पोस्ट किया हुआ है, उससे अपने वेट के हिसाब से कैलकुलेट करिए। जैसे आपका 40 kg है वजन, तो आपको 400 kg फ्रूट्स, 400 ग्राम फ्रूट्स खाने हैं और 400 ग्राम वेजिटेबल्स खानी है। 40 ग्राम आपको 20 ग्राम हरी सब्जी और 20 ग्राम अखरोट और बादाम खाने हैं। 2.5 लीटर पानी पीना है। चलो आपके वजन के हिसाब से 2.5 लीटर नहीं, कम से कम 2 लीटर तो पानी पीजिए। सन बेदिंग बहुत जरूरी है। आप सूरज में बैठना शुरू करिए कम से कम 2 घंटा। एम्बियंट लाइट की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, एम्बियंट लाइट में तो हम हमेशा 24 घंटे रहते हैं। सूरज के अंदर सुबह सनराइज में, सनसेट के टाइम में आधा आधा घंटा शुरू करिए। दिन में करीब आधा आधा घंटे का सुबह कहीं वॉक या कुछ इसमें योगा उसको ऐड करिए। 2 घंटे की सनलाइट लीजिए और फिर आप 3 महीने में देखिए आपका वजन बढ़ रहा है कि या और घट रहा है। अगर और घट रहा है तो देन देर इज अ रिक्वायरमेंट कि आप एक डॉक्टर को मिलें, क्योंकि इतना वजन कम होना उसके लिए टेस्ट जरूरी होंगे एंड पता करना होगा कि कहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम है।
थैंक यू जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
वेलकम मैम। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज। Yeah, Sanvit ma'am, I think we can call it off today.
Sure.
Since there are no more questions, we can close it actually, because I think the more we prolong it, the videos become very monotonous and more people don't want to watch it. They all are used to the 6-second reel, I think, of Instagram or something.
Instagram. Yeah, yeah. Jyotsna, you just switched on your video. Is there a question?
Ma'am, unmute.
आप mute पे.
Yeah, no, not exactly a question, sir, but ऐसा दिमाग में एक आ रहा था कि I've reduced wheat a lot, but millets के लिए तो कोई ऐसा कंट्रोल नहीं है ना? I can eat as many millets as I want. Like जब मैं एक मील में जब मैं millets खाऊं, तो उसमें तो कोई I don't have to, like I make a salad out of millets. There is no limit, like, because this is also carbohydrates, isn't it, sir?
कुछ दिन तो खाइए। आप मैं बता रहा हूँ, मेरे को 1 महीना हो गया है। वो कल ही बीवी ने बताया कि अब 2 डब्बे के बजाय एक ही डब्बा बनाएंगे दोनों के लिए।
Oh, okay.
The advantage of millets is the fiber. There's a lot of fiber. All the 5 positive grains have got fiber ranging from 8 to 12.5 grams. I think brown top has 12.5 grams.
Yes.
The second advantage is C4 photosynthesis, which is a complex photosynthesis in the manner the grains were made initially. Like wheat and rice is C2 and C3 photosynthesis, which are simple carbohydrate. All the millets are complex carbohydrate, and they became complex because they are grown in a semi-arid areas where there is less of rainfall. So because of less water, the carbohydrate becomes complex. Now the advantage of complex carbohydrate is it takes a longer time to break down, because from C4 it has to be broken down into two C2s, and then C2s will then they will become like wheat. Then it will be again broken down in the normal glucose and carbon dioxide and water. This gradual breakdown of the millets gives you the gradual push in the sugar in the body as per the requirement, thus keeping you satiated for a longer time. Like those 2 cups that I'm talking of is half cup, that measurement. So we made, I think, rice day for some millet, not rice. Sorry, wrong. I'm using the wrong word. It's a millet. So we used the millet. I think it was sama ke chawal. So she in her exuberance, क्योंकि उसमें जब उसने एक निकाला तो बोला ये तो आधा से ही बचा हुआ है, थोड़ा सा बचा हुआ है. मैंने कहा बना दो सारा, and it is still lying, ma'am. Half of it is still lying, and now it will go waste. And it was done yesterday. So that is why if you start like for the no, it was day before yesterday. For the last 2 days, we are actually shifted to ragi.
Ragi.
Now, so first is fiber, second is the complex carbohydrate, and the third most important thing is the bacteria which comes with it. The fermented millets provide you with the good gut bacteria. Once your good bacteria in the gut, now it does not only provides good gut bacteria, it provides a good vehicle also after eating to reach the small, to bypass the small intestine and reach the large intestine where it is required. That is with the millets, in the fermented millet. So that is the advantage. So you don't worry about it. आप खाना शुरू करिए, and you start with jowar, start with ragi, very simple actually, and it will not take time. You can go in for grains, you can go in for a flour, or you can make everything, man. You can make roti, you can make paratha, you can make eat it simple like rice. You can make idli, dosa, upma, poha. You get flakes of that particular millet, you will be able to make poha.
Yeah.
And you can, like, there is no end to it. Like one of the main topics is remaining actually, which I've been asked again and again, is of how to cook millets. I'm purposely not touching it because it's a huge subject, which I put an update also. Ki the best thing is you start with jowar, bajra, ragi, or even a simple millet, which are out of those 5. Because people in apprehension are asking a question. Because the moment you start cooking, it's so easy. It's so easy, and the difference is the cooking. If you do a open cooking, you start with 1:4. Simple. I'll tell you my principle. You simple start with 1:4. 1 cup of millet, 4 cups of water. Forget about soaking, walking, whatever. Just wash. Yes, if it is not pre-soaked, you will have to soak it overnight. Let it boil in an open utensil. What will happen? After some time, either it will be cooked with more water or it will not be cooked. If it is not cooked and the water has gone down, add 1 more cup. If it is cooked and the water is more, turn off the flame, keep it under fan. The water will evaporate, it will still become eatable. And you will be able to experience the next time I have to use just 3.5 cups. Now, if I set a particular some sort of calibration, my gas stove and my earthen pot will never match your gas stove and your earthen pot. One has to cook in an earthen pot or an open vessel to actually experience it. That is why I'm not even touching it, this particular subject. The best thing is, I will repeat again and again, the second month is get your feeding time to 12 hours, eat anything, add fermented food, and add millets.
Okay,
If
sir.
we can do this much in this 1 month, I think then we'll move ahead with the.
Sure, sure,
Yeah,
sir.
Nisha ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, I said now I have a lot of acidity problem. So till now, my doctor says that your body produces more and more acidity, so you need more and more food. So I think according to you, the bad bacteria produce the acid or the enzymes produce the acid?
I think you missed the initial part, ma'am. We already dealt with this. I'll tell you again. Stomach
Yes.
being acidic is stomach's birthright. अगर वो acidic नहीं होगा तो आपका खाना पचेगा ही नहीं.
Right.
So now why are you feeling acidity? You're feeling acidity because your gut bacteria is imbalanced. You have
Okay.
more of bad bacteria, because of which the lining of the stomach has been compromised at places.
Okay. Okay.
And at so many places that probably there's something like blisters, boils, as per the severity of the leak which has happened, or the boil, or whatever the thing has happened in the stomach wall. Now, firstly, what is your feeding time? I can very 100% tell you your feeding time is beyond 12 hours.
I think 12 hours is already there, but some I can go up to 14.
You don't have to go to 14. You have to come below 12 hours. And
No, sorry. My fasting time I can go to up to 14.
No, we are not talking fasting time, because fasting is a bad thing. The moment I say fast, people run away. So we will say feeding time.
Okay. No, I
So,
can means feeding time is 12 only right now, but I can do more than that, less than that. Sorry.
ma'am, your feeding time was much beyond 12 hours for good about 5 to 6 years. That is what has made you reach this health issue. Now, what happens? The moment you have a 12-hour feeding time, you will give enough rest to the body to recoup itself. Now, the first thing that has to be repaired is your punctures in the inner stomach lining. Now, how do you do that? Now, you have to stop all antacids and other things which the doctor has given you.
Yeah.
Please don't take any antibiotic for next 3 months.
Yeah. Actually, I don't take. Mostly, I drink 2, 3, 4 glasses water and I just eject out the acid. This is my main.
No, no, I'll tell you what you have to do.
Uh,
You can try it. You're working, ma'am.
no, no, sir. No, sir.
Very good. Tomorrow morning, start your day with a glass of water which you sip and take to drink the sip that glass for 5 minutes.
Right.
Let 1 hour go past. Again, do it with one more glass. Let 1 hour go past. Again, do the same thing. Keep doing it time till such time you are feeling so hungry that you have forgotten the pain of acid.
Okay.
You getting my mind? You keep drinking
Right.
a glass of keep sipping a glass of water till such time you've forgotten about acidity and you are much comfortable. Then take a fruit. Don't eat grain. Take a fruit. Note down the time. You have to go past that time next day.
Okay.
Slowly increase this time. And I'm telling you, if you do it for 4 hours, the very next day you will do 6 hours because you'll be so comfortable. Now, what happens
Okay.
when you drink water? The moment you drink water, this water, once you sip it, if you gulp it down, it doesn't wait in stomach, it just goes down. Once you sip it, 50% of it first will go around your face. This whole area will absorb it. The half of the glass is the esophagus. Esophagus is the pipe which goes to the stomach. That will take on. After 1 hour, when you again take a glass of water, then probably this area which have already got filled will push the water down into the stomach. Or whenever the water reaches the stomach, now please don't take it otherwise. This water goes and produces sodium bicarbonate and lines the stomach. Now,
Okay.
immediately your bulb must be on. अरे पेट में जाके बना रहा है, मैं सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट खाना सोडा ही ना खा लूं. Don't do that.
Oh, no, right.
Don't do that. What
Sure.
it does, it goes, the water reaches in the body, loses one atom, attaches one other atom from the place where this pus or anything is, then forms the sodium bicarbonate.
Okay.
It doesn't happen. If you just inject sodium bicarbonate, it will not go beyond your mouth.
Hmm.
And don't even do that. Think of doing that.
Right.
So once this water is there, your acidity is automatically lessen.
Diluting. Okay.
Now
With
after 1 hour,
forming carbon.
1 hour
I
after
can
1 hour,
understand.
1 hour, the same thing will happen.
Yeah. Right.
So you keep doing it 1 hour.
Okay.
And even if you have to do it whole day, now what you have to balance is your acidity level is comfortable, eat. If it
Okay.
is not comfortable, keep drinking water.
Okay.
And if you have a willpower, probably in next 3 days you will cure the whole thing.
Oh.
But
Sure.
don't force yourself.
Okay.
Gradually.
Yeah, I'll do it gradually. Okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, I think there are no questions. I think there's someone who has sent a chat. Okay, nothing.
Sir,
Thank you.
I have a,
Yeah,
can I ask a question?
yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
See, I have a problem with my bad throat. So actually, they considered me, I had gone to the doctor long back. Now I have come to USA. I'm not in India. So I had my this thing done. What is it? They say um, CT done of my stomach. The doctor told me, "Ki what do you eat? Your stomach is like a young, person." So I told ki nahi, nothing nahi hai, but I have problem with my uh, uh, I don't know whether it is with lungs or the upper part of the lungs, but I cannot speak very fluently. There is always irritation in my in my noise. I can't. I like even now you can make out. So I am following your instructions. Like you reduced your window. Now recently I've started reducing. It was about 15 hours. Say about. I don't eat in between. Don't eat too much, but there is a long gap between two. Like I'll have honey and water in the morning, 5 o'clock. Then 11 o'clock I'll have my green juice. So I thought, let me not have honey water. I'll have juice at 11 o'clock. From 11 till 6, I have come down to 8 hours, my feeding window. Like I heard from you. So I reduced the feeding window. But still, this problem is lingering on. Can you hear from my voice also? So even for, chanting few shlokas of Gita, I feel myself uncomfortable, very not comfortable because it hears very hoarse. So what kind of food shall I eat? I take only one cooked meal, but take the other, fruits or salads or juice or sprouts. You think it can be cured?
Ma'am, firstly, anything you eat, there is one simple principle that you don't continue it more than 30 days. Like you said, honey and whatever you're having, like if I'm having a green juice, let's say methi or a frenugreek or
No, I
palak.
put all leaves and I put the green apples and broccoli here. You have here broccoli or not broccoli. You have kale. You have some other, I don't know the name of all these. they have. And then I put
Artichoke.
apple also,
Yeah.
and then zucchini also sometimes.
No, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. You pick up one vegetable, do it for a week, then
One
change to
vegetable.
one veg,
One
only one
vegetable.
veg, only one vegetable. Don't
Hmm.
mix up.
And how about the leaves? The leaves, all the leaves
One,
I used to
but
put.
only one type of leaf, ma'am.
Then you require a lot of leaves here, but they are not available like pudina,
No,
dhania,
ma'am.
curry
No, ma'am. No,
patta.
no. Don't worry. Whatever, let's say there are just three types of leaves available.
Mhm.
Do one leaf for 1 week. Do you have tulsi there, ma'am?
No, no tulsi available here. They have, kale and I don't know what are the other leaf they call. They put that because they are very expensive here, the green leaves.
Yeah,
So
yeah, ma'am.
they use
So
very sparingly. So I
I'll
said,
tell you.
so for
I,
that we put ghee in that, we put kheera in that, like that way to make even one glass. And all of us have. My son also, my daughter-in-law, she also wants to have. So she put zucchini. So I don't say anything. Okay, put zucchini also. Like that way to increase the volume. You put all these green vegetables.
ma'am, the volume is of no consequence. I'll tell you the reason why we should have green vegetables.
Hmm.
Even just with four leaves of uh, any leaves, your whole
Hmm.
family can have the juice. The juice doesn't have to be green, thick. Yeah, like you just have four tulsi leaves, or you just have four, let's say, palak.
Palak is available.
Okay, even if you just don't have a bunch of it, even if you have just four leaves of palak,
Hmm.
put them in 4 glasses of water and make a mixer, man. The idea behind taking green leaves is each green leaf has got a particular bacteria.
Correct.
Now, what you have to do is, once you've got less leaves,
Hmm.
prepare the whole thing about 2 hours to 3 hours early or 1 hour early and leave it on the table. Those two or three leaves bacteria will multiply.
Oh, but they say ki juice should be consumed within 15 minutes to half an hour. It should not be
Yes, yes, ma'am.
left.
Yes, yes, ma'am. It is when you are preparing it with a bunch of leaves.
Oh,
When you're preparing it with a bunch of leaves, the colony of the bacteria is full,
it's very concentrated.
concentrated. So it starts eating itself. Then it goes bad, ma'am.
Oh, so
Now,
it
once you have
becomes
just,
sour. Ah.
yes, it will become sour, ma'am. But
Mhm.
at the same time, if you just have 4 leaves, 5 leaves, you make 6 glasses
You
and
mean to
leave
say
the.
I should take, say, for one person, small glass and put 4 or 5 leaves of palak or whatever it is
Ma'am, I'm saying
after chopping?
I am stating two things.
Uh,
Firstly, 4 leaves will also contain the same bacteria. The 40 leaves will also contain the same bacteria. What will differentiate is your taste. In the 4 leaves, you may not get any taste, but the bacteria will go inside your body. With 40 leaves, you will taste, it will taste good, and you would like to continue the next day also.
hmm.
That
No,
is
but the
only
taste
difference.
is not important. The more
Yes,
important is
that
what
is
for
what I'm
what
saying.
purpose you are taking. It should
The
be
most,
met with.
ma'am,
You know.
let me finish. Let me finish it. Then I'll give you a chance because
Okay.
otherwise we will keep we're taking a lot of time, ma'am. Now,
Okay.
moment you have done the moment you have done that, ma'am, green leaves.
Uh,
Why I'm saying continue for 7 days is a good bacteria when it goes into the body feeds onto the bad bacteria, which takes about 2 to 3 days. Once it's populated in your small large intestine, then it grows in next 2 days. So once you take any green leaf, it is better to take it for 7 days and change, because after 7 days it's of no use. You are just wasting the leaves in these. Once you change it, there comes another set of bacteria which we follow in the same manner. So in a month, once you have 4 types of leaves, you have four
mhm.
types of bacteria going in you. So basic point was that if you start doing anything, like even a lemon with a honey, don't extend it beyond 30 days. Otherwise, the body's immune system at the molecular level does a autoimmune change, which not does not benefit us. It becomes a hindrance to us. So any thing that you are taking, don't make it a habit. Don't take it beyond 40 days, 30 days. Reduce your feeding time to, now that you say it is 8 hours, try to come to 6 hours one meal, and check. Don't do it 7 days a week. Just do it once or twice in a week. Gradually decrease the feeding time to 6 hours or one meal, 4 hours or one meal on water rest of the time, and then graduate to 72 for 24 hours of water fasting and 48 hours, and then 72 hours. Once you do a 72 hours water fasting, most of the chronic diseases get better. So if you can follow this, I think it will help you. What has happened with you, I think, is the continuous use of one particular routine which has upset your autoimmune system.
You mean this problem will be cured of the bad throat?
Yes, ma'am, it will be cured. What has happened is because you have either continuously taken honey with lemon, or I think apple cider
No, no
vinegar.
lemon, no lemon, only honey in the lukewarm water. And it was discontinued for some time because there was no honey available. Then I got honey. But then when I heard you saying ki reduce your feeding time, it was a new concept for me. I never knew. It's only I thought ki you just eat, very or these natural food and not cooked food. So I used to take only one meal, cooked meal, but in between when I'll have some natural food, say about sprouts, after some time, there'll be craving now. So as to say, now you say to eat something cooked food at home. So I'll have that also after that. So I think that must be deteriorating. I'm not a hindrance to cure inside. I don't know what is the
It will happen,
process.
ma'am. It will happen.
That is
Just
why.
it will
So
take
I
time.
have reduced the feeding window. Like I'll start at 10 o'clock, say, in the morning. 10 o'clock, I'll have honey. Then after half an hour, I'll have juice. Then
Ma'am,
sometime you'll feel hungry after 3 hours or 4 hours.
why why
Then
why
I'll
you
eat.
want to continue with honey? My question is this: why don't you stop it for about 2 months, 3 months?
No, I will stop
Just
it because I heard from Jaggidev Guru says taking honey is very good. It is good. So I
ma'am, it is
just
good. No doubt it is good, but continuously having it for years actually spoils
okay.
the
No,
complete
not for
autoimmune.
years. Only for a few. I had started after say 6 months before, not years.
Ma'am,
Only recently.
give a
So
gap of 3 months, ma'am.
I'll stop from today, and according to you, I'll take that for few leaves with water for a few days. Then let me see how it works.
Fermented food, ma'am. You are in the
Fermented
US.
food I started yesterday only. I put the cauliflower in the that your vinegar.
Sure,
From
sure,
today or tomorrow, I'll start it.
sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you so much. So
Okay,
I'll try
welcome.
for a week and then see the difference.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. And then water fasting for 72 hours will be
Ma'am, take
from.
around 3 to 4 months to reach that level. You will have to do continuously for about a week or a month on 24-hour water fasting, and then you will gain confidence, and then you will be able to do it.
Yeah. 24 hours fasting I'll do. So you will tell the dates? I will do that 24 hours water fasting.
Then that will I will be updating the groups, ma'am.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I think with that we can close the today's session. Sumit, man, we can close it because I think the recording accordingly, you will get it.
But you are the host now, so you will have to end the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you. Good
Good
day.
day.